Hello and welcome to today's science lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps and close our eyes. And when you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we can begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then let's go down low. Touch your toes. Back up high one more time. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? And while we're there, let's have a wave side to side. And then back down to touch your toes again. Stand up straight, guys, and shake it out. Arms and legs, shake it out. Shake it out. And then we'll do some rotations. We'll go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Excellent, guys. Now for some stretches. Let's do 5 stretches to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 5 stretches to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. And then another shake. Arms and legs, shake it out again. This time, we'll take our right hands and find our left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. To finish, guys, we will do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So who can tell me what planet we've been learning about in science class recently? Earth. Yes, we were learning about our planet, planet Earth. So let's write that phrase on the board first. Earth, E-A-R-T-H. And in our previous lesson, we learnt about the Earth, and we learnt about the land and the water masses. Now, can anybody remember what were the types of water masses called? Oceans, yes. 2/3 or over 2/3 of planet Earth is made up of water. And the majority of the water is the oceans. Oceans are spelled O-C-E-A-N-S. Now, who can remember how many oceans are there on planet Earth? 5. Yes, there are 5 oceans. But what about the land masses? What do we call the land masses? The big, large continents. Well remembered, yes. We've got countries, but then when we group all the countries together into one big mass of land, they're called continents. C-O-N-T-I-N-E-N-T-S. And who can remember how many continents we have? 7 continents. Well done. So together, guys, planet Earth has 5 oceans and 7 continents. Now let's see who can remember some of, let's see, we've got 5 oceans. So hands up, anybody who can remember the names of some of the oceans. Plow. The Pacific Ocean, yes. Pacific, P-A-C-I-F-I-C. Pacific Ocean. That's the largest ocean. Pakbong. Indian Ocean, yes. I-N-D-I-A-N. Indian. And then down, Atlantic too. Yes, so that's 3. We've got Atlantic. So far, guys, we have Pacific, Indian, and Atlantic Oceans. But there are 2 more at the top and the bottom of planet Earth. Arctic Ocean, yes. The Arctic is near the top of planet Earth, near the North Pole. But what's the ocean near the bottom of the Earth, the South Pole? Antarctic, yes. Quite similar, Arctic and Antarctic. They're the cold areas at the top and the bottoms of planet Earth. So well done, guys. Well remembered. That was our 5 oceans. Let's say them all together. Pacific, Indian, Atlantic, Arctic, and Antarctic. They are the 5 oceans. But now, what about our continents? The names of some of the continents. Hands up if you can. Let go. India, yes. Here we have Indian Ocean. But India is also a continent. And India is spelled I-N-D-I-A. So there's one. Chu. Asia. Excellent. Well done, Chu. This is the name of the continent we are now. What country are we in now? Thailand. And Thailand is part of the Asia continent. Okay, Nadia. North America, yes. There are 2 different Americas. There's North America. Okay, so if we have North America, guys, how about Pakpung? South America too. And down, I think you have another one. Europe, yes. That's the continent I come from. My home country is England, and England is part of the continent Europe. Okay, so that's 5, 2 more to go. Prel? Antarctic, yes. We've got the Antarctic Ocean, and that is near the continent of Antarctica. They are very close together. Let go. Australia, yes. Australia is similar to India, where they are both countries that are so large they have been named a continent too. So let's find Australia, place for Australia here. Brilliant, guys. So we've got our 7 continents too. India, Asia, North America, South America, Europe, Antarctica, and Australia. So when we think about planet Earth, every part of planet Earth can be referred to as either one of these 5 oceans or one of these 7 continents. And guys, that was brilliant, very well remembered. But now, in today's science lesson, we're going to leave planet Earth. We're going to move on to another object in the sky. Who can tell me the name of the big, bright object we see in the sky of the day? The sun. Yes. What we're going to begin learning about today is the sun. Learn some facts, the importance of the sun, and then we've got a board exercise to learn about the different layers of the sun, just like we did with planet Earth a few lessons ago. But first of all, we've got our PowerPoint presentation for our students to observe, listen to, and also practice speaking about the sun. So let's turn to have a look at the TV screen, please, guys. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation today, the sun. Lesson 1. And here in the picture, what object can you see in the picture, guys? The sun, yes. And you can see how the sun is really a bright ball of energy, very hot. Let's learn about some facts about the sun. The sun is about 110 times bigger than our planet Earth. So look closely in the diagram. What object is this here? Sun. Look how big the sun is. And then look at this object here. What is this? Earth. This is a ratio of the Earth's size compared to the sun. If they were next to each other, the sun is a lot bigger and a lot hotter. The sun looks small because it is 150 million kilometers away from Earth. So far. Really, the sun is very large, but because it's so far away, it appears quite small in the sky. Like here, this is the sun from Earth because it's so far away. The light from the sun takes about 8 minutes to reach us on planet Earth. Think about that. The light comes from planet Earth, and then it takes 8 minutes by the speed of light, by the light from the sun, to move from the sun all the way to us on planet Earth. So by the speed of light, 8 minutes to travel around 150 kilometers. 150 million kilometers. The sun is a star that the planets in our solar system orbit. And what orbit means is they move around the sun. You can see these lines here. These are known as the lines of orbit, which all the planets have as they move around the sun. Now, who can remember, in our solar system, how many planets do we have? 8 planets. What's the nearest planet to the sun? Mercury. Then we have Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune. This is our solar system. So you can see the sun is the center of our solar system because all the planets orbit around it. The sun is a spinning ball of hot gas consisting mainly of hydrogen. Yes. Do you think the sun is solid? Do you think you can touch the sun? No, it's gas. You won't be able to touch it anyway, it's far too hot. But actually, the sun is not a solid object. The inside of the sun might be solid, but there are different layers all the way through it. The sun gives out both heat energy and light energy. So think about them two different types of energy, guys. Heat energy, which keeps us warm, and light energy, which gives us light. Two separate types of very important energy. The energy from the sun is very important to all living things on planet Earth. Yes. If we didn't have the sun, what could survive? Would we still have living things without the sun? Nothing. Without the sun, there is no life. That's how important it is. Every living thing on planet Earth needs the sun to survive. We can also use the energy from the sun to create solar power. Yes. Remember, a few times we've seen these before on the tops of houses. These are solar panels. And what these do, these catch the sunlight, the rays of the sun, they will catch them and store them as energy. And then they can provide light and heat to houses. So it's a good, clean, renewable source of energy. By using the light from the sun, we use solar panels to store the heat and the light energy to power things like homes. Now here is a cross-section of the sun. How many different layers is there to the sun? 6. And we can see the names of them all here. The one on the outside, which is like the fireball, the fiery rays of the sun, corona. Yes, you can see here like the fireball. The outside of the sun, because it's so hot, the corona. Then we have photosphere. That's like the surface of the sun. Convection zone, radiation zone, chromosphere, and then remember the center of the earth, the core. The sun also has a core. The center of something is usually referred to as the core, just like the core of the earth and the core of the sun. So here are the 6 different layers of the sun. Any questions, guys? Okay, that was brilliant. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation so that they can begin to learn more facts about the sun, including its size, how far away it is from Earth, and how long it takes the heat and the light energy to reach us. And coming up, we've got a board exercise for our students to explore and understand the 6 different layers of the sun. But before then, guys, it's time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And for this sequence, we'll begin by doing a wiggle side to side. Stretch our bodies after sitting down, wiggle side to side. Stop. And another wiggle side to side. Stop. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, and stop. And then we can go round and round. Round and round. Round and round. And stop. And then back the other way. Round and round the other way. shake it out. Arms and legs, shake it out. Shake it up. Shake it down. Shake it forwards. And shake it backwards. Shake it left. Shake it right. Excellent, guys. Now, let's take our right hand and find our left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. And to finish, guys, we will do 5 star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. And now it's time for our flashcards exercise for our students to learn about the different layers of the sun. So what you need to do before the lesson, teachers, is to print out the flash sheets of each of the different layers and cut each of the layers into a different flashcard. And then what you're going to do now is draw a simple diagram of the sun on the board and then use a cross section of one part of the sun so that we can apply the 6 different layers and then have our students come forward and demonstrate where each one is. So the first thing we need to do is to draw a diagram of the sun. Well, I haven't got a red pen, guys. Usually the sun would be red or orange, but we'll just pretend that the sun is blue for this exercise. So first of all, how do we spell the sun? T-H-E, and the sun, S-U-N. Okay. So we'll say the sun is a large circular object like this. And what the sun has on the outside are all fiery rays. So this is a diagram that will represent the sun. Blue isn't really the best colour. It should be red or orange. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to take a cross section of the sun. Now remember, guys, this is already one layer. The outside of the sun, the fiery layer at the end where all the fire comes from, is the first layer. But then we need more layers inside. So we've got 6 layers in total. This is the first layer here. Then we've got layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5, layer 6. And what we're going to do is we're going to have our students come forward with a flashcard each and show which is the name of each of the different layers, referring them back to the PowerPoint presentation where they've seen the 6 different layers. So guys, what we need now is our flashcards. And what I want you to do is to close your eyes. I will give one student the flashcard and they have to bring it forward and put it in the correct place on the board. I think we'll work from the middle to the front. So, Pangpon, come and join me at the front of class. And can you show your friends your flashcard? What can we see on the flashcard, guys? Core. Remember, even our Earth, when we did the cross-section diagram of the Earth, it had a core. The core is always the central part. So Pangpon, this is the core here. So following the line, yes, you can attach it to the core. So let's all say together, guys, we've got Core. The very center of something is the core. Like the core of planet Earth, or in this case, the core of the sun. And Pangpon, that was excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Pangpon. So teachers, you can see the activity that we're doing in our classroom now. You need to have your diagram of the sun with your 6 different layers, and then have a student come forward each time to give each layer its correct name. So choose a different student each time, and then have the entire class practice speaking together. And we'll see you back in the classroom in about 10 minutes or so. And we'll carry on playing here now. The next section can go to Pak Bung. Come and join me at the front of class. And you can stand here for me. Stand here for me. So Pak Bung, we already have the very center of the sun, the core. What can we see now, guys? Radiation zone. Okay, so after the core of the sun, the next layer is called radiation zone. So can you place the radiation zone with its correct layer? Perfect. Well done, Pak Bung. So you can see here the core, and then once we move outside the core, we move into the radiation zone. And that was excellent, Pak Bung. Big round of applause for Pak Bung, please, guys. We'll keep on going until we've got all the labels for the different layers of the sun. Who's next? Next it will be Pat. So Pat, come and join me at the front of class. So what can we see on Pat's flashcard this time, guys? This is called the convection zone. Yes, the next layer of the sun outside of the core and the radiation zone. Once again, guys, convection zone. And Pat can demonstrate where the convection zone is. Yes. Excellent, Pat. Very well done. So you can see we've started with the core. Then we've got radiation zone and convection zone. Moving from the center to the outer part of the sun. Pat, that was brilliant. Big round of applause for Pat too, guys. So the next layer. Let's see who can do the next layer. Prel, your turn. Come and join me at the front. So we've got 3 layers of the sun down, 3 more to go. The next layer of the sun, the photosphere. Yes, the photosphere is the first layer that comes to the Earth's surface. So we can see here that the line going outwards is of the photosphere. So Prel, can you put it in the correct position? Brilliant. Photosphere. So you can see each time the different layers of the sun are represented in our diagram. Prel, that was brilliant. High five, big round of applause for Prel. Getting to the end now. Let's see who can go next. Net, come and join me at the front of class. Okay, so now next layer, getting to the surface again, chromosphere. Not photosphere, chromosphere. Sounds similar, but it's different. It's the next layer on. So Net, can you place chromosphere in its correct position? Brilliant. So let's say the 5 layers so far, guys. We've got core, the very center of the sun. Radiation zone. Convection zone. Photosphere. Chromosphere. Net, can you say? Core. Radiation zone. Radiation zone. Convection zone. Photosphere. Chromosphere. Okay, excellent, Net. Big round of applause for Net, please, guys. And we've got 1 more layer to go. So let's see who can do our final layer. And this can go to Lacau. So Lacau, come and join me at the front. Now, who can remember the name of this? The very fiery ball, the outside layers of the sun. Corona. Yes, the very fiery labels on the outside of the sun is known as the corona. So Lacau, can you place it in the correct position? You see here, all like the layers of fire that are shooting out from the sun. These are known as the corona. So Lacau, that was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Lacau, please, guys. Okay, so now that we've got all the different layers of the sun correctly labeled on the board, let's practice speaking them together one more time. Core, the very center of the sun, probably the hottest. Radiation zone, which is the next layer out here from the core. Convection zone. Photosphere. Chromosphere. And corona. Corona is the area that you'll usually see from Earth because it's the outside of the sun. This is the area that we mainly see. But it goes to show that within the sun are lots of different layers too. And guys, that was brilliant. Very well demonstrated. Welcome back to class. It's now time for our students' worksheet exercise. So teachers, make sure every student in your classroom gets their own worksheet. Because what we've got is a worksheet for our students to correctly label the different layers of the sun, which we've seen already in our PowerPoint presentation. And also, we've got a representation here from the flashcard exercise. So we want our students to demonstrate the knowledge that they've learned about the anatomy of the sun by writing the different layers in the correct boxes according to where they are in the sun. But what's the first thing to do, guys? Write your names on top first. And give our students around 10 to 12 minutes for this activity. And all the vocabulary that they need is already written on the worksheet. All we need to do is make sure we put them in the correct places, guys. For example, the very central layer here is in red. So this box here belongs to the core. So the different layers of the sun in the correct boxes. So Net, this one's for you. You're welcome. Pat, for you. You're welcome. Nadia, here's yours. You're welcome. Chu, for you. You're welcome. Dan, for you. You're welcome. Cleo, for you. You're welcome. Lacau, for you. And Bangpon, for you. You're welcome. So names on top first, guys, and then using the information that we've learned today, you can put the different parts of the sun together in the correct layers. And like we did, always best to start from the center and work your way out. So the central layer of the sun is the core, the same as planet Earth. And then the second layer, radiation zone, convection zone, photosphere, chromosphere, and corona. And all the spellings that you need are on the board already, guys, and also on your worksheets. So well done, Pak Bung. You can see the central layer is the core. If I had the right colours, that's how my diagram would have looked too. Red and orange and yellow, not blue. And you can see that the core would go all the way around here. That would be the core. And the radiation zone, convection zone, photosphere, chromosphere, and then finally, on the outside, we have the corona, which is the fiery ball in the sky that we see when we look from Earth. Excellent, Net. Well done. So you can see the core. And then the next one, the radiation zone. Well done, Pak Bung. Excellent, Pat. Excellent, Bang Pun. Brilliant, let go. Excellent. Just imagine how hot it must be in the center of the sun. The core of the sun must be the hottest thing ever. Nothing hotter. So well done, Shu. That's 4 of them. Can you label the other 2? And don't forget your names, guys. Yep. Make sure your names go on top too. Excellent, Nadia. And then the very outside layer, the corona. My diagram looks better with the corona because the corona is like the fireballs that shoot off of the sun. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity where they had to build on their understanding to demonstrate the different layers of the sun that they've learned together in this lesson. And my students here all did an excellent job, so very well done, guys. So remember, when it comes to the sun, you know now that there are 6 different layers. Core, radiation zone, convection zone, photosphere, chromosphere, corona. And that's the end of today's lesson. So we hope you've enjoyed it, found it interesting, and we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Bye-bye. See you again soon.